Okay, hello. I am back at my desktop, so hopefully the audio quality is a little better after a long vacation, and I'm here with the prep for my week 10 game of the Not So Casual Pokemon League. So, we're against Mortigan. He has the mono fighting type team this season, right here. And yeah, I mean, monotype versus my own gimmick of three types. I'm definitely a little less constrained than he is, and this will be definitely an interesting matchup. So my team, as you're probably used to at this point, is just this Hazard Stack, Golden Goat, Tinglu, Toxapex with Zoroark as a cleanup Pokemon. Zarude is just kind of does a little bit of everything, and then some various sort of versatile picks down here. The only swap I made was I dropped Zoroark Unova, which was a fun gimmick I did for the bit, for Overqwil, which I think is just a slightly better Pokemon, gives me access to Intimidate. I'm not bringing it this week because it's neutral to fighting, but I thought it'd be a good pick for playoffs. Anyways, Mortigan over here. He's got a team that's, a lot of very scary threats, Pokemon that hit very hard, but also it's, it's a bunch of fighting types, so he has some speed tier issues. Keldeo is his only Pokemon over 100, and, there's some setup threats here. Phalanx can do no retreat. Keldeo could Calm Mind. Komodo has every setup move under the book, so we'll have to be a little careful with all those. I also am sort of expecting Scarf Gallade, but I'm not 100% sure. So as for what we actually brought, first up we have Rotom. If you'll notice, these Pokemon are very physically offensive, mostly. Komodo is probably special, Keldeo special, but other than that, it's all physical attackers. So Wisp and Reflect both do very, very well here. And I can Volt Switch out because there's no ground type besides Tusk, who really doesn't want to 1v1 Rotom due to Will-O-Wisp. So Rotom is just status and block off their physical attacks. That's all it's here for. Goldengo is here also to spam status, this time Thunder Wave. That can work on Emboar if it's trying to switch into a bunch of Wisps. And more importantly, this Goldengo is just kind of decent versus the team in general. It switches in well enough to a few of the Pokemon, notably Okidogi, especially with the Colbur Berry. Dazzling Gleam just clicks very well. I like paralyzing stuff. Hex, Recover is just kind of a generalized attacker. I could go a Psychic move over Dazzling Gleam, but I also want this a lot for Komodo, so I think that's a little more important. Toxapex has very good defensive typing into fighting types. Tusk being the only Pokemon that can really hit it that hard. I mean, Hands, I guess, too. And then, again, we're just spreading status. Toxic Spikes to try to kind of draw in Okidogi, who doesn't really do very well versus Pax. Scald, Haze to block any setup, and just healing. And again, we're physically defensive because that's what his Pokemon all hit on. Zarude here, this set's a little fun. If you'll notice, I mean, mono fighting, it can't have flying resists because there's no immunities. So Iron Hands is the closest thing he's got, and everything else is weak to fighting, or flying. So I'm running an acrobatics set with Citrus Berry. The idea is I just kind of bulk up a few times, and then once the Citrus Berry pops, just start clicking acrobatics and try to win with it. We'll see if it actually works. I can't really guarantee it. It's just kind of a funny set. And then this is my best Pokemon in the matchup easily. It is faster than everything, it has choice specs, it has Psychic, it hits everything super effectively, pre-Terra. So every time I get this in on something that, isn't Scarf or doesn't live and hit back, then I just click Psychic and something pops. The other moves kind of don't even matter that much, but Hex is nice if I have everything statused, I guess. And then Weezing, it's mostly just a Tusk answer. Wisp, Pain Split, Strange Steam, Defog. Strange Steam also make sure Komodo isn't setting up on it. Pain Split's a way to heal, and Defog in case he gets hazards and I don't somehow, but Komodo can set rocks, I guess. So can Chestnut. So, yeah, that's the team. I'm mostly expecting to just maneuver around getting Zoroark in for some choice spec Psychics, and maybe see if Zarude can pull something in the late game. But other than that, I'm looking forward to it. I hope you have a good game. See you when the game starts.